Hello everybody, it's Shaderock, and I'd like to welcome you all to the Session 0's for the FFD20 Dragon Hunt campaign I am running. First off, the premise. This is a campaign that will be running the Dragon of Icespire Peak D&D 5th Edition module, except we will not be in D&D 5th Edition. It is in the FFD20 system, which is a variant system of Pathfinder. Except instead of just being Pathfinder, it's themed around Final Fantasy, hence FFD20. This is just Session 0 for each of my friends, and we will actually be live streaming the actual campaign when we start that up. So keep an eye on the Twitch channel for that. But without further ado, let us get started with the Session 0's. Let everyone introduce themselves. Okay, so who would like to introduce themselves first?
I am Nexus. I am playing the one, the only, Mox Mole.
Meanwhile, I am Pika Kitsune, and I will be playing Alois Greystone.
Okay, so here's the setting we've got right now for your Session 0. You hearing of the dragon hunt going on, you both have decided to start traveling to reach the town where the hunt has started. The fastest way to get there from your current location is by boat, as any other way would just take way too long, as air travel is currently forbidden due to the increased risk of dragon attacks. And it would take too long to get there on foot. So Monx, you've already arrived in the town to to join one of the ships to get to the town where the hunt has began. Alois, you are just arriving. As you are walking up to the gate, you notice that the guards at the gate are very tense. Almost as if they're waiting for something to happen. I'm waiting to see if you're gonna say anything.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
Okay,
Sorry.
Okay.
Alice is gonna walk up to the guards. Good day.
Good day. What brings you to our town?
What brings most adventurers to your town?
Trade or travel?
Travel it is. I'm heading across seas to go and investigate about that dragon attack.
You and one other in town already. Unfortunately, most ships have been withheld from leaving due to a recent string of murders.
Oh, is that so?
They're not letting anyone leave until they can find the killer. Something about killing the Duke's son or something.
Oh. Interesting. Well,
once you enter the town, you will not be allowed to leave. That is the orders from the captain.
Very well, very well. I think I can handle myself if I'm in town.
They give you a nod, and the guards proceed to open the door and let you in.
Okay.
Wait, I just realized. Give me a second. There we go.
No worries.
Yep. As you enter the town, you notice a lot of the doors are shut and windows are shuttered, and you can definitely feel a lot of fear from the populace at the idea of a murderer being in town.
Oh, well, this is, may I please have control over my token?
Oh. I thought we gave you control. Not this again! Okay,
yeah, that was strange.
Now that hiccup's done. Yeah, as you enter town, you notice that there's just a lot of tension, almost as if they're all accusing everyone who is an outsider of being the killer. even looking at you with an eye of suspicion.
Typical. See one new gent in town and they immediately think, oh, he's some kind of monster. Alois is gonna keep walking around.
As you're walking by one of the piers, you notice a lot of disgruntled sailors, very upset about the fact that they can't leave, and the fact that this current blockade is affecting travel. You could see a couple angry merchants yelling at them because some of them have spoiled goods now because they've not been allowed to set sail.
Yeah, that would be bad for business. Are they getting anything? How long has this been going on for?
The town still has plenty of food. Like you could tell no one's like starving or anything. It's just stir crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, getting up here, Alois is gonna look around again.
Okay.
Oh, dang. I see everything.
Okay, so with a 24, you see.
20 for
Goddamn.
Nat 20 on my first roll. Heck yeah.
Oh, this is either really good for you or really bad.
Yep.
So as you can see a lot of guards. You see a lot of guards patrolling the streets, and you see a couple of merchants still selling goods.
Mm-hmm.
But you can feel the air of tension. But then you also see tucked away, not completely out of sight, but off to the side, you could see an aura. Which is strange because you've seen auras are very uncommon in this region.
Someone's far from home. Wonder if they're the other adventurer.
You see them also looking at a deck of cards.
Alois is gonna walk up, cane in hand, up to this individual.
Care for a reading?
Well, I believe introductions would be in order first. Greetings.
Hello. And what do I owe the pleasure? Who do I owe the pleasure?
Oh, another traveler. You seem to be far from your homeland.
Yes. But it is so I can help.
I assume you're the other that's here to investigate about that dragon?
Yes, I am.
Well, I'm not one to pass up an opportunity that someone gives me. Let's do this reading.
And I just shuffle the deck, have the star globe, shuffle them, make a show of it.
As the deck's shuffled, you can also see patterns of stars forming along some of the cards. That is just an after effect of the star globes, how they usually behave in 14.
Yeah. I throw down the cards.
Oh, please! I don't tell me. Is that another?
That's another nat 20.
I cannot see Kitsune's rolls.
Oh,
I don't know if I should be able to see them.
Oh my god, I know what that is. I'm so sorry. I forgot to switch off. Forgot to switch off GM roll as the default.
Ah.
I was doing that when I was testing my rolls.
Fair enough.
And I completely forgot that I left it on.
It's all good. But yeah, with a knowledge arcana check, you understand I'm going to say you understand the basic principles behind the magic of an astrologian.
Yes.
Like the principles behind the star globe and the way that the cards are used to affect the world and the way it is incorporated into their spell style.
Sorry.
Yeah.
An astrologian. Interesting.
Yeah.
I've
Wow.
heard tales about how an astrologian can wind back the wounds of their allies.
Yes. Yes. It is amazing to be able to rewrite fate's
Hmm.
tapestry, even if just a little.
It is.
I mean, I can get out like an actual tarot deck and pull some cards, or
I was gonna say, would you? I was gonna ask you. I can handle the. We could say a couple, like, couple cards or anything, but I was gonna offer to you. Give me a second. Let me pause the recording while I put this off.
Hmm.
Okay, so as per discussion, just so the audience has an idea, if this comes up during the main campaign or any future campaigns with this character, or you playing any other astrologian, the way we're gonna have it is I will roll. Everyone on the recording or watches will be able to hear me roll it, as I will be rolling one of my metal dice. Yes, I can.
This die shows the weight of your actions.
People on my streams have heard the die be rolled before because I've rolled it to determine model changes when we've done the channel action.
Hmm.
It will determine the accuracy of the tarot reading. No one but myself and Nexus here will know what the results of the reading are until Nexus gives them out. The accuracy will be determined by the die. So,
and just for clarification, I'm going to be using actual names of the tarot cards because I do not know the card system of Final Fantasy XIV.
Right.
This is fair also because the full deck for Final Fantasy XIV is not a thing. Like, there's not enough cards in the deck.
We have the idea of some of the minor suits
But not
and some
enough.
of the faces. We know what the 6 major arcana look like, but yeah.
Okay. And first reading. Okay, what the fuck is with the dice this session?
Not 20?
Oh my god, yeah, it was a nat fucking 20!
That's
All
3 in a
right.
row.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
the only
3 in a
reason I'm
row.
revealing it. It's a fucking third nat 20! Okay.
Okay, I pulled 3 cards. These
Okay,
3 cards
I'm going to
mean...
I'm going to DM to you the message, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I have sent you the results of your reading. You can put whatever flair or anything you want on it.
As I'm pulling the cards, I make them turn and spin so my companion here can see each card for themselves. And as they all fall onto the little table I have set up, it appears you and I will discover who the killer is. And the position they hold will bring ruin.
Hmm. Is that so?
That is what the cards say.
If it's in the cards, then who are we to complain?
Uh,
As you're talking, you proceed to also hear some commotion. You see a crowd forming at the docks.
And it seems like we might end up getting our next clue.
yes, also that will be 10. Gil.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fair.
Tosses them the gill.
Thank you. I said you wanted to read. I didn't say did you want a free reading.
Oh, I wasn't gonna go for a free reading.
Pay for the effort.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Alois will get up from his seat, brush his scarf off to the side. Shall we then?
Yep. I wave my hand over the table, make it disappear. Isn't a natural spell, just flare
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Magic flare.
Magic flare.
Yeah.
I will allow some magic flare for like showmanship.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like full rules lawyer.
Yeah.
As long as you don't start spawning tables in combat, we'll be fine.
I won't do that.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Where is my monies?
Should be on the item tab.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, nope. Well, the video just got a good view of like a lot of old stuff that, for context, I have a lot of tokens dating back since I started playing D&D on Roll20.
Mm-hmm.
But so as you all walk towards the commotion, you can see them kind of building up at the houses at the end here.
Okay.
You could see them gathering around someone. You could tell he's kind of like light chainmail armor with a sword and shield. You could see a woman with what appears to be a cutlass in its scabbard. And then you could see, let me see here. You know, yeah, this will be the best one. Then you can also see a Moogle all arguing.
Hmm.
Yeah. You're still a little too far away to make out what they're saying. You just can tell it's a heated argument based on the crowd.
Hmm. Well, won't get anything done just by standing around here.
Lead the way.
And Alois will start walking up to them.
And I follow.
Yeah, I figured. So as you get closer into the crowd, you can hear them. You can hear the arguments going between the three. You can hear the Moogle being the loudest right now. I don't care about any murders going on. I need the trade routes reopened for business. Every day we stay here, more and more goods perish, and the worse the return for this will be. And you also hear the woman with the cutlass start screaming at the man in the armor too. I need the paths reopened. We have multiple sailors all waiting to get going. And they're starting to run out of money and alcohol, and you know things will just get worse and worse if either of those run out.
Oh god, sailors without the alcohol.
And then you see the captain. While he's not as angry as the other two, you could see looking at his face, there is visible frustration. I told you before, until we can find a way to identify the killer that is reliable, we will not be reopening the travel paths, whether it be by sea, air, or land, until the killer is caught. For all we know, if we open it up, they could slip through our fingers.
So, any information that could be given about the state of the body? He just says very bluntly.
All three kind of just stop and look at you. Who? The Kupo is the first to speak. Who are you, Kupo? I'm not gonna do that for all Kupos. I'm Moogles, by the way. it will get way too annoying for everyone, I think, if I do it every time.
No, you're fine.
I'll do it occasionally.
Oh, sorry. My apologies. I am Alois Greystone. I'm an adventurer who's trying to get over to trying to cross the seas so I can go and investigate that dragon business.
And I am Mox Mall. I come to do the same.
The blue-haired girl turns to you. I see you two are also some of the adventurers who are going to be going to hunt the dragon. Most have given up after the fact that they've been here for days waiting to travel, when this points to who you can now identify as the captain of the guard based on context. Jackass won't let us leave.
Right.
No,
right.
no need for name calling.
She looks back. If you think that's name calling, you've not been around enough sailors.
I can't say I have.
I can't say I have myself, but I've heard enough about how sailors can be. Um, if it would help at all, we could offer our services for the investigation.
The Moogle claps its little hands together. That'd be wonderful. Maybe having some fresh eyes will finally help move things along. Oh, isn't that right, Captain? The captain, knowing he's been backed into a corner by this, grits his teeth and looks at you two. If you would like to help, go. And I'll give you what information we are working on as well, as little as it is. The most we could tell is that the Duke's son was killed by someone with a knife with a design that could be traced back to a cult member of worshipping anima.
Ah,
The most we can tell is the dagger was enchanted and stole their soul.
oh,
Oh, what a
They
shame.
fled, and all tracks led to this town. There was no tracks leaving out, and the traces of magic end in this town. It was so faint though, where we can't identify who this spell was connected to.
and it hasn't been determined whether it was any teleportation magics were used.
No, they leave a very distinctive ether trail.
Hmm.
They're in here and they're trying to keep a low profile.
DM,
Yes,
I do have the ability to see magic.
you do. You could
that-
tell you have the same issue as them. You could tell there was some strange magic on someone in the town, but it's so faint that you can't really figure out what it was or who it's coming from. It's kind of
Okay,
like all over the place. Like they've been walking around town spreading it. You can't figure out where it started, where it's ended, and where it's going.
I lean over to. I'm sorry, what is your name again?
Alois. Alois.
I lean over to Alois. Whoever it was made damn sure that they were around, so the trail is faint and it's everywhere.
Hmm. So they've definitely been covering their tracks very well. I can see why it's taken so long.
I've had my
Yeah.
lieutenants step up patrols investigating everything just to have a show of force, hoping that they'll get spooked and try to make a run for it.
Hmm. And how? When did this occur again?
The murder occurred a week ago. The lockdown has only been for about let's say 4 days.
Okay.
Next is you've been there for 3 and you just arrived. I've determined that by RNG random number generators.
Fair enough.
What do I roll to try looking for this? See if I can focus in and
Give me a perception.
20. Not that.
Okay. You could tell looking at the trails of ether in the air, that at a glance it looks like they've been it's clear that they've been all over town, but there's not a randomness to the patterns. It's almost specifically placed. Like they know that they're leaving a trail or that they're following a set path.
Yeah.
You just don't know which.
Okay. With that roll, can I start narrowing
It's still too faint, but you can follow some of the paths.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to follow the path to see if there's something that might give away that someone was here.
Yeah. So is there anything else you want to ask these three before you go?
Uh,
Um, you there?
Okay, to the captain.
Pointing to the saleswoman.
Okay, so she's the captain of the ship. You can tell that. All three of these are in leadership positions.
So she's the captain of this big ship here,
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. While the Moogle is a merchant.
Moogle is a very wealthy merchant.
Very wealthy merchant, okay.
And you've got the captain of the guard. 3 high-ranking positions.
Okay. Madam Captain.
Yes?
When did you and your fellows arrive in town?
We arrived around the same day that the lockdown started, all to set up shop to take other adventurers over to the other coast to hunt down the dragon. I'm trying to
Right. Over to the Blade Coast.
Yeah, over to the Blade Coast. I was going to avoid naming it because I was still debating if I was going to change the name or not.
I'm just flowing with it. I'm sorry.
No, go for it. We'll retcon it later if I do decide to change it. Yes, we were getting ready to head over to the Blade Coast, but then this points again to the captain, told us we weren't allowed to leave because the murderer was in this town. Just a run of really bad luck.
Locked down the ports and all. Quite. Well, I believe we should get on our way. Thank you for the information.
Captain's like, I'm gonna go to my ship, see if we can finally get ready to set sail to this run of bad luck finally comes to its end. You see her start to walk off towards the dock. The Moogle doesn't really say anything, just sort of angrily huffs and just floats away. And the captain looks at you. If you find any leads that we've missed, you could find us in the guardhouse. He points to this building over here.
Gotcha.
And walks towards it.
Just gonna. Oh, can I not? Okay.
Not what?
I was gonna label it guardhouse, just so we can keep track.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of putting everyone where they're going, and
Right.
I'll leave them on the map. So I'll be open.
Gotcha.
This is gonna be more about the intrigue of the mystery. I want to let you be creative to solve it.
All right.
Than combat, because there's gonna be a lot of combat in the campaign itself. I mean, the run itself. So have some fun with the intrigue for a little bit.
Well then, Monx.
yeah.
Monx. That's it. Sorry, I'm trying to get the pronunciation. Sorry.
Monx. Yes.
Monx. What are you seeing? Where are you seeing these trails?
A bit of everywhere. With that 20 roll, can I see where was the most recent?
Not really. It's best way I can describe it. It's like a faint odor, you can see it like it's been there for a few days. If it was fresher, yes, but it's just been too long.
Okay.
It's just like a residual trace of this magic that's kind of clinging to them, but they're not actively generating it anymore.
There is a bar in town, correct?
There is a bar.
I will make my way towards the bar.
So the tavern that all the sailors are in is, I'm gonna ping it, is right over here.
No.
So
A floating tavern. What could possibly go wrong with that?
I mean, it's the best place for sailors to have a drink. Are you going with them?
Yep.
Okay. So as you two enter the As you two enter the tavern, you can see a lot of disgruntled sailors. The barkeep seems just the barkeep is a Lalafell and very, very angry.
That is an angry potato.
Yeah, she is.
You hear
Alois
mutter under his breath.
The Lala. Okay, is a very angry Lala woman, and she hears that. You just see a tanker come flying at you.
Let's see about my reflex.
You get hit on the
Oh.
head with the tankard.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, I deserved that one, I guess.
She does not like being called potato.
no.
You hear one of the sailors.
Maybe-
You don't know which one. You hear one of the sailors shout at you. That she
Oh,
does.
now
My
who's
apologies. He knows not how he should speak.
What do you want? If you want drink, we're almost. It's gonna cost you because we're almost out because of points to all the adventurers and sailors looking miserable at their drinks. This lot has drunk us dry.
Yeah, I can see that. Sorry. Uh,
I come not for alcohol, but for just information.
That'll still cost you.
Can we make a wager?
I'm not a
Okay.
gambler by trade, so what kind of... If it does not earn me coin, why would I take this wager?
You can know your fate. We can see
My fate is
coin
a heavy purse and a good drink.
Oh,
You can tell this is a... You can tell this is a Lalafell who does not care. She's just happy with her drink.
well, maybe I can play with fate's design and get you a little more coin. I say as I make the star globe hover around me.
Yeah, you can see just sort of like a deadpan expression. I'm a woman of coin. I do not mess with your fancy magics.
How much is it for information?
Yeah, as I say, look, I will let you do readings, but there are some people who are going to be merchants in particular. Are going to kind of play stubborn as shit. They want coin. They don't want anything but coin. Depends on what kind.
your way through everything, unfortunately.
Yeah. She looks at it. Depends on what kind of information you want.
I give it over to my companion because I've done a lot of the talking already.
As someone who probably has a good knowing of the comings and goings of town, hear anything about this incident that's been drying up your stock?
The whole town's heard about it. You can cut the tunch with a knife. It's stuck all these sailors and adventurers here. They've nearly drunk me dry. And the annoying thing is, because it's taken so long, most of the adventurers have lost their nerve and aren't going to go with the captain anymore.
Oh, I see.
Not to mention the guards after the long walks around town looking for this damnable murderer.
Right, that would bring morale down anywhere. But any, I mean, surely you must know of any suspicious figures that might have come into town before or after.
She looks at you. If I noticed any suspicious figures, I would have reported. The issue is, when this all started, we just got a large number of people all getting ready to go hunt that dragon over at the Sword Coast. Then we had the extra set of guards following the captain and his lieutenant.
Hmm.
Do you take note of
An extra set of guards, you say?
Sorry.
Hmm?
I was gonna ask the barkeeper if they keep note of the weapons people walk in and out of with.
No? You mean into her tavern?
Yeah.
We have all kinds. I've seen swords, cutlasses, spears, a couple gun blades, a couple guns.
How many people have you seen with daggers?
You hear the entire bar say, "I." Everyone
Yeah,
carries at
figures.
least one dagger.
Always keep a spare. Alois pulls out his own.
Okay, yes, but certain daggers are more identifiable than others.
Well, the dagger was. Keep in mind, you do know that the dagger was still left in the prince's body.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they didn't bring the dagger with them. The only
they could
reason
always have a. They could always have a spare.
they could always have a spare. The only reason that they know is because the magic still affected the user.
Mm-hmm.
So it left it.
Yeah.
It's basically like they held something, and the stench has stuck to them.
Yeah, the reason I was because you said it was like I could tell it was from this, so I thought it had like a distinct look
No,
to it.
they could tell because they examined it. Like, it wasn't that the blade was unique; it was the fact that the dagger itself, like they examined it, they had magic users look at it, that kind of thing. Sorry, sorry that wasn't clear.
Of it were unique, not the outward appearance. Got it.
Okay. Nope, you're fine. I just
No, it was a simple misunderstanding. It's all been fixed. Yeah.
okay.
An extra batch of guards, you say?
Yeah. When everything went down, first started going down, we had the whole countryside was in a tizzy over this duke's son getting murdered. First, a squad of men on horseback came rushing through town, trying to chase him down. Then a couple of them came back, and then the captain and his lieutenant showed up, and then they sent for another squad after a magic user after some mage tracked it all down here. Don't ask me what kind, I don't know. And they could track the trail here, and that it ended. And then we've been in this damn lockdown ever since.
Is the magic user who identified that still in town?
They should be in the guardhouse if you want to talk to them.
Okay.
Between you and me, I don't even think he's that good of a magic user. Of a mage.
Oh, what makes you doubt their abilities?
If they were better, I have a feeling we'd be out of this damn lockdown already. I'll say you could both kind of tell it's just out of a moment of aggravation for the fact that she's nearly out of drink and she can't restock.
Right. She's being a spiteful person
she's being spiteful. Do you blame her?
No.
Yeah,
no.
It's got a bunch of rowdy sailors and adventurers. You hear a group start fighting in the corner, and you see her throw another tankard. You take that outside.
Alois kind of just like watches that tankard fly.
As she's yelling at them, I'm going to just make my way out of the bar.
Yeah, okay. Alois gets the feeling if he stays here any longer, he might end up as a target again. Well, we've got a lead at least.
Yes. Maybe the mage who identified the dagger can give us more on the magic, and maybe we can use that to track down who did it.
Possibly give us some more information at least.
Yeah.
Now Alois is just taking the scenic route.
Yeah, and I'm following. My tail just kind of bobbing.
Yeah.
Alois will knock on the door before entering.
The door opens to what appears to be you can kind of tell just by looking at his uniform, and you can see the pauldron on his shoulder having the mark of a lieutenant. So you could tell and based on what you were told by the Lawfell, you could tell he's the lieutenant who showed up with the captain.
Greetings, you must be the lieutenant of the guard.
And you must be the two adventurers who are investigating the murder.
Quite. But it is a pleasure to meet you. Alois will take a bow, taking his hat off at the same time, and you guys can see a little chocobo chick nesting in his hair.
They're all... Well, the lieutenant's just staring at it. That's a new one.
Umbra just looks up at the lieutenant. Quack.
I see word travels fast in this town.
And the word travels fast. The captain informed us that in case you had any information that we should be ready to act.
I came to you seeking information, actually.
Oh? Captain pretty much told you everything we already knew.
Yes,
Well,
but I need a mage's understanding of the magic.
You want to talk to them? Oh, you want to talk to him? Oh, you'll find him
Yeah.
in the back with the captain.
thank you.
As you walk in, you can kind of see the captain visibly frustrated at looking at the mage. By the way, Nexus, you can kind of tell around the mage. Like, you could see like the different types of magic. You could tell mostly it is of the school of white magic. So it's a lot of healing spells, raise, holy, and so on and so forth.
Okay, so it's magic somewhat similar to mine.
Yes, except still a different school, because yours comes from the cards, stars, and everything like that. This is their actual aether, like eternal energy and everything like that.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. It's basically from a different source, that's all.
Their source
Yeah.
is more nature based compared to yours, which is more astral
Yeah.
bodies
Yep.
based.
Yep.
Yeah, only reason I brought up is because you can see magic. The captain looks at you. Oh, you're back already. You got any new leads? You kind of hear a little bit of aggravation in his voice.
I came to look for your mage. I need a mage's understanding of the magic from the dagger.
You see the mage kind of looks tired, and he's like that would be me. Though I wasn't the one to examine the dagger, I just followed the trail of magic, the
Right.
aether trail
Right.
here.
And I assume that the dagger isn't here. Why would
No,
they bring?
something
why would they
that
bring it here?
something that dangerous. We don't know the full extent of the spells they had cast on that knife.
I'd
So they're
imagine
still
the Duke would
researching.
want. I'd imagine the Duke would want anything close to what's left of his son.
The only thing that we could tell from the knife is that it was specially enchanted to feed the Duke's son's soul to anima. For what reason, we don't know. No one knows what those cultists are trying to do with that.
Hmm.
You said you.
Hmm?
You said you saw the trail. It was fresher when you were here, right?
It was fresher until I got into town, and then it just seemed to die out. Almost as if they had some way to cleanse it when they arrived here.
Okay.
Which is surprising, as the trail, the aether current was blacker than the darkest night.
Hmm. Is that so? Someone who's. So we're dealing with a mage that is able to mask their aether, it appears. Or at least that's what it sounds like.
That's definitely an issue.
Hmm. You look very tired, my friend.
Oh, I'm constantly trying to find a new spell to strengthen this aether trail. It's weakening my own aether, constantly casting this magic.
Maybe I can assist.
Would you like to use as try to add your aether to his own, or would you like to try to do another divination?
If I might be of any
Who
assistance.
seems like the more powerful mage, me or him?
You could. Okay, you still, in terms of your aether, you're still very shallow, in terms of the amount of aether you have.
Mm-hmm.
I would say he's stronger now, but you have more potential for growth. He's plateaued.
The reason I ask is because would it be better for me to use my own or give him, is what I'm trying to figure out.
I would say you could probably, if you bring it up, maybe you can try new magical theory, or and I'll also have you roll for that, unless depending on what you want to do.
Because if I can give him, because if he already has a spell in place, I could just
Yeah.
feed him magic to
Well,
boost it.
yeah, none
I
of his
think.
spells have been working. It's not that he doesn't have enough ether. It's the fact that he's just tired because he's been casting so many different spells and none of them have worked.
Okay.
Yeah, basically he's been working the same muscle over and over again, and he needs a break.
He needs a long rest, not a short rest.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess I'll try divining it myself then.
Could I throw guidance?
Yeah. So, what we'll do for the guidance for the divination is, I'm trying to think. It works. How's guidance work in this one?
+1 competence on a single attack, saving throw, or skill check.
Okay, so yeah, +1 to it. Okay. So whatever I roll on the D20, my metal D20, we'll add a 1 to that for the guidance. So you're gonna, okay, so you're gonna be pulling out your star globe and doing a reading.
Yes, I am.
Okay, you see the white mage eyes kind of kind of light up in recognition, like, oh, like I was not aware that there was a practitioner of astrology here.
I was
I'm
as surprised as you are, my friend.
You hear the
I'm
captain kind of mutter like bunch of superstition. Like he clearly doesn't believe in like the divinations. The magics is real. They're fortune telling. We should be making our own fate. Like that kind.
Oh,
You kind of hear more
oh,
of that.
come now. There's nothing
oh,
wrong with getting a bit of a look.
Some get a little too wrapped up in it.
I solely use it as a way to change my own fate.
You kind
Alois
of hear a
will
grunt. Okay.
Alois will hold up his cane as he casts guidance on monks. Here, this might help a little bit. A bit of extra ether never hurt anyone.
Okay. Okay, so I've made the roll. I'm sending you the divination.
Yep. Ew. Let's see what I get. Ew.
Go kind of vague idea of what it is.
Hmm. Okay. Uh, I grab. Uh, I grab Eloise and I take him outside.
Oh,
Kind of, yeah. You left both the mage and the captain looking very confused.
oh, very well.
From what I'm seeing, it looks almost like we have a deceiver amongst us.
That was
One, a
sorry.
servant of a dark god who pretends to be light.
You. Is that so? I was having my suspicions myself, but. Hmm. Perhaps we should
Frightening.
perhaps we should test some of the individuals we recognize on their faith.
That would be best advised, but we need to go about it where it makes it seem like we aren't hunting.
Yeah.
Hunting so openly with something like that is going to get them to attempt and flee.
They'd be suspicious.
Yeah.
Maybe if we could keep someone talking and get them to let their guard down, and then slip in a question during a conversation.
Uh, I go back inside to the captain and the mage.
Okay.
Captain, how how well of a record does the town keep about who enters and leaves?
The guard, up until the lockdown, they weren't very good at it. It was a very peaceful town. They were apparently very lax on procedure. That's why when I found out, I fired the old captain of the guard, demoted him to actually be in charge of the gate itself. You might have seen him on your way in.
Oh, yes.
Hmm.
I remember the one.
He's a good man, but he just is not fit for leadership.
Quite.
I ask because I would like, if possible, a guest list of sorts, or would you happen to know how many holy men or people of the such are about?
Okay, may I clarify one thing with the description of the thing I sent you? By light,
Yeah.
I don't mean holy man because clerics aren't necessarily a thing. By light, I mean like they serve like the forces of good. So
Ah,
it could be anyone like a mage, a captain,
Right.
yeah, it's anyone who claims to be good.
okay.
Yeah, I will clarify that much just because I don't want to put you onto a false trail.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, do you? So, how many people would you say have gathered just for the opportunity of the dragon?
You're talking about the adventurers. I'd say there are some 20 adventurers gathering for the hunt. And then there was the crew that was already here, though. We've already ruled them out. They've all had alibis that checked out.
So
As
many
they
of the adventure, but I'd imagine many of the adventurers are growing ever weary.
over a third of the adventurers were already in this town during the time that the murder took place, gathering as they heard that this was the set-off point. The five
Right.
who were coming in afterwards, three of them had alibis that checked out, and then the other ones didn't. Despite have been under surveillance, but they've been cleared of charges as of now.
Hmm.
One did not have any talent for even manipulating ether on their weapons, whether it be a mystical enchantment, even just to feed it through to cause a small blaze. They could not do it. So it would be impossible to use something as powerful as the spell that was on that knife.
Okay. Actually, that. Hmm. Hmm.
You get what trail I'm trying to like go down, right?
Kinda. I think you're trying to see if I don't know if you're trying to incriminate the captain or you're trying to incriminate one of the adventurers who have gathered.
I'm going for the adventurers who gathered.
Okay then.
Hmm.
The captain, the mage raises his hand. If you would like more information on the adventurers, I think they all go to the Moogle merchant down by the pier.
Oh, is that so?
He tends to be a little isolated just because everyone finds him a bit too grumpy. But
Hmm.
his records might have more information.
And perhaps we should go and take a look. Thank you. And Alois will head out of the building.
Yeah, I follow. If we can
You know,
figure out
Yeah.
who
By the
was
way,
here, oh, go.
I was gonna say there are two entrances to the Moogle store. One is through here, and then the other is by the pier itself.
right.
Okay. If you go back, whatever you want to say.
Uh, If we can figure out who was here before the event happened, it is possible we can figure out who could have possibly caused it, or at least narrow down the list some.
There's something that is bothering me.
Douche.
I know I shouldn't be reading into it too much, but the reading you had given earlier did mention that somebody in a higher position might be suspicious. If I'm
Do you think it
remembering
is
correctly.
the captain himself then?
Could be the captain, could be his lieutenant, could even be the mage. Don't know how high up they are, but finding out that the mage involved with the investigation is the murderer would be quite a stir-up.
That it would.
Then again, for all we know, it could be the Moogle.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, but Moogles always seem sketchy.
They're almost too cheerful sometimes. And this grumpy one is just... I don't know how to feel around him.
Yeah, he's throwing me off.
Definitely not jumping to conclusions whatsoever, no. Alois will step in.
You notice that the store is eerily silent. You don't see anyone in the store. Even the Moogle isn't around.
Stay on your guard, monks.
Yep.
No. And Alois will draw his dueling dagger.
You do see a door to the back of the store, behind the counter.
I go to the door.
Alois will head up to the door.
I'm also going to cast Mage Armor.
I will be open about this. I don't think I'm gonna have any actual combat rolls today.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I will be open about that.
Well, it's for the flavoring.
It's for the flavor. It's for the flavor. Yeah, no.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you see me cast Mage Armor on myself.
As you turn the corner and enter the room, you see the
Sweet.
Moogle, not in the air like you saw him earlier, but on the ground, with a dagger in his back.
Damnation.
I go up to him and will cast. I will cast. So I click on the right tab. Here on him.
Despite casting the spell, there is no effect. The Moogle is already dead.
7 hells.
The soul has gone to... Next is, you could tell by looking at it, you can kind of get an almost sickening feeling looking at the dagger, as you could see the aether from the enchantment flowing around it, which is blacker than the blackest night, like the mage described earlier. You know that this is the same enchantment that was used on the Duke's son.
I almost gag with how dark it is.
Can Alois feel some of that too?
You can feel like some of the magic rolling off of it. You can feel it's wrong and kind of like disgusting in a way. Like it's like it's rots into the core, which fits for anima.
Fits for anima, yeah.
Anima has always kind of had a disgusting appearance.
Ugh. I don't need to be as sensitive as you to tell. Ugh.
Is there a trail of where it's leading other than from the blade itself?
No, you could tell whoever did this one, they've learned from when they killed the Duke's son that this one seemed better organized, and they left no trail. It just is emanating from the blade itself, and that's it.
I take a piece of cloth and wrap it around the dagger
You're
and put it into my pocket.
okay. Add 1 cursed dagger to your inventory.
Yep. I am not touching that with a fucking...
The effect of the cursed dagger is anything you kill with it, its soul will be sacrificed to anima, though it will also leave a taint on you as a person.
Oh, so it leaves a...
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. You could kind of tell now that you've like examined the actual knife. You could tell just by looking at it that this is something that sticks with a person. But it's still not like clear. I would say it's more like a slight alignment shift. Not
Right.
enough that like, they're gonna stick out like the morning, like, like
It'll deal a few negative points to your alignment.
exactly.
Got it. Or rather, it'll shift your alignment slightly towards an
Anima.
evil alignment, I'd imagine.
But with... Now that I have the blade with me, can I make another, like, perception roll?
No, give me knowledge
To-
arcana.
Knowledge Arcana? Okay.
Yeah. Anything with that knife and the magics on it, you're gonna give me knowledge arcana.
Yep. Okay. Knowledge Arcana. 7.
You only could tell like the basic stuff I just told you. You're not gonna be able to tell anything deeper than that. That and the only other thing you know is that it is evil.
The reason why I was asking, because like, would I be able to like kind of tell the taint on someone? Now that I've
Not with that roll.
okay. This
Yeah, rolling an 8 and upper wouldn't help on this.
Can you two give me perception?
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Ah.
16.
Okay. So Alois doesn't really notice anything out of the ordinary, but Monx, you notice that the room is completely untouched despite the knife being in the Moogle's back. So you could tell there's no sign of like any damage, breaking and entering, no forced entry in any way, shape, or form. So you could tell it was someone the Moogle was comfortable with. Someone they were willing to turn their back on.
Alois. This definitely has to be someone our dear Moogle here knew beforehand. There's no sign of forced entry. No sign of any struggle, really.
No damage to the room outside of, well, whatever dent the Moogle might have made when it fell.
Yeah.
You hear the door open and someone walk in. Hello? Hello, I need my medicine.
Oh, by the fury. Monks, hold on for a moment. You have the dagger in your hand. You have the dagger in your hand.
It's in my pocket. It's already away.
Where are you, you blasted Moogle? I need my pills.
Alois is gonna poke his head out.
See a very disgruntled old man. You're not the Moogle. Did that asshole finally hire help? You tell there's not a lot of love for the Moogle.
I'm one of the new adventurers in town. I was seeing if I could get any kind of work around here. It's very boring without being able to go and check it about that dragon.
Yeah, you're an adventurer? I remember being an adventurer back in my younger days. I broke mountains, then I broke my knee.
Oh. Yeah, that always tends to end at any adventuring days.
Gotta take care of your legs.
Yeah.
Where's my pills?
Uh, what what kind of medicine was it? I'm sorry.
He hands you like a slip of paper.
Okay. Uh, I'll go and ask him to look for it. Alois ducks into the room. Oh God, I'm going on the. Oh, by the Fury, I'm going on one of the worst bluffs ever, but he's still believing me. Mind looking for this? Yeah,
I
no.
mean, if the man is that old, just give him any old pills.
I. Well, hmm. Medicine? Is there medicine, or is there medicine? 23. Oh, oh, this must be it.
Oh wait, I just realized I muted myself saying that shit. Yeah, you could for audience to repeat with that roll, you could tell that there was a bag tucked away with the old man's name on it.
Oh, this must be it. Matches with this prescription. Uh, oh, you know what? Maybe I should ask him if he knows anyone that the Moogle is good with.
Yeah, and see how much money the old man has on him.
Probably prepaid it.
Are you gonna rob the dead Moogle?
I'm tempted. I'm tempted.
I will not
Uh,
stop you.
might not be the best idea out of character. Not right
No, I
now.
know.
Out of character, I
Like,
won't stop you, but actions
Uh,
have consequences.
Alois is gonna go back to the front of the store. Found it. Uh, he seems very stressed out right now. He looks like he might keel over any moment now.
The old man doesn't even notice. Oh, finally, my pills. Now I can.
Uh,
He kind of just. He kind of just looks really happy about having those pills.
mm-hmm.
He call. You hear
kind
him.
were they?
They're. Well, you know what? You didn't check the prescription, so you didn't know. Out of character, if you were to check, you would have known that they were sugar pills. He thinks they're happy pills.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they were Viagra.
That
I thought
was
that
something.
too. I
No,
thought
no.
that's where you were going.
I won't lie. That thought did cross my mind, but I decided not to.
Here you go. Here's your happy pills. Um, yeah, he seems very stressed out. He wouldn't happen. Hey, you wouldn't happen to know anyone else that he can actually stand to be nearby him, would you?
He's close to the. No, I don't think anyone else can stand him except a couple of those guards
Hmm.
and a couple of, and I think a couple of the sailors. The blue-haired lady might know more. I'm gonna go see the clouds, and he just kind of walks off, not even knowing where the fuck he is.
Oh wait, there he goes. Okay. Always pokes his head back in. He's gone.
You see me like doing burial rites.
Mm-hmm.
As you're doing the burial rites, I'm not gonna lie, I've been rolling dice this whole time. The door kicks open. The back door kicks open. You fucking cheapskate! Where the fuck are the captain walks in, just looks at you two.
We can explain. We found him like this.
You see her pull a flip lock. You've got 7 seconds.
We found him like
We
this.
found them like this.
He had a dagger in his back.
I pull it out while it's wrapped. That way, so my fingerprints aren't on it at all.
Also, yeah, we only just met him, and if you can look around the room, there is very little of a struggle, and I doubt he would have trusted us immediately.
So instead of going to either myself or the captain of the guard, you decided to do burial rites
Well,
Everyone
there is.
deserves their burial rights.
instead
That-
of letting us examine it for any other signs of magic or evidence.
Well, there is that, yes, but also, uh, before we were about to leave, one of his customers came in, the old man.
You kind of see her just
You-
like face on. Is he still giving them sugar pills?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, he is.
That was a big bag. Why was it so big?
I think that might have just been taken piece by piece.
We're
when I
only
think
supposed to
about
give
it.
him 3.
I was only supposed to give him 3. Oh shit.
I'm not gonna
Well-
lie. You're gonna that will have consequences. Actions have consequences.
Well, you didn't
God damn
describe
it.
what the fine print said.
You didn't
So-
ask.
Fair enough.
God damn it. You're gonna give this man a diabetic shock. Good
Oh, it's gonna be so much worse.
Oh no. Well, anyways, what, Madam Captain, you wouldn't happen to know anyone that was on good terms with the Moogle?
Very few. There's myself, and that's only in passing. Most looking at us would think we're on good terms. In reality, we're always trying to kind of undercut each other for profit.
Right. Business is business, after
Business
all.
is business. Couple of the adventurers are good with him because they bring him goods to sell and buy all of his overpriced junk.
Any members of the guard?
The mage and the lieutenant, as well as a couple other of the privates, as they were from this town originally.
But what about the captain?
Captain's is from the capital, where the Duke's son was killed.
Okay. Interesting. Maybe we should go and... Clearly the Moogle had let somebody in that knew him.
That he trusted enough. And if you two weren't on that great of terms, I doubt it was you.
Yeah.
Kidding, I would have done this for fun at this point. Fucking bastard always overcharging us for shit.
Might not be the best admittance right now. Alois says as he,
She kind of
kneels.
yeah. She looks at you. Half the town would gladly try to take credit for killing him. Pretty sure some people have a bounty on his head.
But would
What?
anyone do it with the same type of dagger?
Yeah, this is the same exact rancid curse.
It's that same foul ether.
As she goes to answer, you hear a bit of panicking going on.
Oh, God, so not by the 12. What now?
A sailor comes running up. Captain, there's been an incident at the guardhouse.
Alois, just bolts through the front door and starts
Yeah.
heading towards the guardhouse.
Same.
As you come
What's
running
going
up,
on?
you find the captain is dead. Another dagger, this time in his, just straight up from the front in his heart. He's dead, but you also see the other guards walking out the mage. And you hear the mage screaming you hear him screaming at them all. This is a mistake. I haven't done anything.
What's happening here?
One of the other guards looks and turns to you and says so simply, We heard a fight break out in the one room. Lieutenant and a couple of the guards came rushing in. They found the mage here over top of the body of the captain.
The lieutenant came in here?
lieutenant came running in, found the captain dead on the ground.
Where's the lieutenant now?
See the lieutenant come walking out of the house behind the guards, taking the mage out.
Can I roll Knowledge Arcana again to see if, like...
Yes.
Yeah. Alois is also rolling Knowledge Arcana. Oh, well, I rolled a 10.
Yeah.
12.
I will let you put this together. And now, with the knowledge that you've both seen the knife now, and you've seen the spell, you could kind of... give me perception. Also, give me perception on top of it.
15.
10.
Okay, I'm gonna add your 2 rolls together for this.
Yeah.
It's the only way you're gonna be doing this
might
shit.
be a little too high.
Yeah, DC. Well, here's the thing. Alois doesn't really have a way to notice this.
True.
So Monk, that's why I'm giving it. Like, I'm giving it a little bit of a boost to Monks from yours. Monks, you kind of, after being nudged by Alois, you notice ever so faintly that you, to the point you wouldn't have seen it before, but now it just seems a lot stronger. You notice a bit of like dark ether among all the other ether current, like the normal life current around the lieutenant.
With that, I am going to...
Before you make anything, I will let you two know this. I have given you all the answers to the puzzle. You've had it for a little bit now. When I started rolling dice, it was where I was going to be giving you more and more information.
Yeah.
You've had all the answers. You just got to put them together.
Yeah, no. It's very clear.
I wish I had written down some of the stuff you had said earlier on, to be honest.
Pretty much since the divination, I have been giving you hints towards the answer.
Yeah.
I mean the first divination.
The first divination's what really tipped me off.
Yeah.
I had a feeling, but I didn't have enough
just
proof
because
is the problem.
This will have far-reaching consequences, so make sure you are set in your claim.
Right.
I lean over to Alois, and I'm like, he has the aura to him.
Gentlemen, members of the guard, lieutenant included.
The guards, or actually, you kind of, they don't really hear you because all the people are out screaming at the mage, so you gotta make yourself a little heard. Still a couple of acknowledge you, but not a lot.
If you would please, Alois casts Mount to grow Umbra to full-size Chocobo, just to be a big ol' surprise for everyone.
The sudden appearance of a Chocobo just stops everyone and looks.
Thank you, Umbra. And then she just shrinks back down and lands on his hat.
Why are you trying to stop them? They finally found the bastard, and we can finally open up the town.
Oh, we certainly have found the bastard. But before we start any mage hunts right now, I believe we need to all take a stand and put all the evidence together.
Lieutenant looks. What evidence? It's quite simple. That we found the captain here with the knife in his chest after the mage, who was the only one in the room with him, stabbed him.
Oh, Lieutenant.
Yes.
That is the thing, unfortunately. This is not the only death today.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know how many people will be upset or happy for this, from what I've been told. Somebody finally stabbed the Moogle in the back.
You kind of see you kind of hear a couple angry grumbles. You can kind of see a couple pieces of guild trading hands, and you can see a couple people like kind of like start weep little tears of joy. Even a couple of the guards seem a little happy. One common theme that will be in this: some merchants will be bastards.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I like that trope. I've loved it since X-Zone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, continuing on. Go on with your statements.
Now, while I understand this is not shocking in the least to a lot of you, someone was bound to do it eventually, from what I've been told. The surprising fact is the state of the room that the Moogle was found in. Madam Captain.
The captain steps up, hand still resting on her cutlass, kind of staring at the sun and Chocobo still. The room was in perfect order. There was no signs of a forced entry. Where the fuck did the Chocobo come from? Anyway, he was stabbed in the back. Clearly, it had to have been someone he trusted.
And there aren't many he trusts in town.
Mostly because the paranoid bastards scared that half was going to steal his gill.
Hmm. Well, I think that might be distributed amongst the townspeople at this point. Or a bunch of Moogles will come in and swipe it all away. Who knows?
No one knows where a Moogle hides their money. It's where they also store other devices, hammers, spears. No one knows where the fuck they pull it from.
That
must be some kind of spell.
That still doesn't change the fact that the condition of the Moogle and the space around him was almost undisturbed entirely, other than his body hitting the ground.
Is there any... The lieutenant looks at it. So with this claim, though, is there any evidence that it could have been the mage earlier in the day? Did anyone see someone who walked in?
While this may be true, there is a specific property that we have discovered about this dagger. And Alois looks over to Monx to kind of signal them to pull it out.
I take out the dagger from its cloth, because it's still in the cloth. I'm not going to let anyone accuse me of being the one to do it. My prints are not on it. The dark, ever so disgusting anima that comes from it. You have a trace of it still on you, dear Lieutenant.
This dagger seems to taint the very soul of the one that uses it.
And how do we know? How can we believe what you're saying? The only proof you have is that you see this taint on me. How do we know you're not involved with the mage here and trying to cover for him? You have no other evidence besides this.
I don't know who the fuck that guy is. Why would I care?
We are newcomers to the town, after all.
It does not mean that the whole operation could have been pre-planned.
When did you...
Actions have consequences. As you go to question, you hear like a guttural scream come from the rooftops.
Oh gods, what now?
You look up, you see the old man you gave the sugar pills to, just shirtless, screaming on the rooftop. I remember everything.
Oh, you do now?
The one I saw enter the shop. He points to be honest, I was gonna make you have to do a charisma check or persuasion to try to convince the townspeople with your evidence. The lower the DC check was gonna be, but I rolled to see if the old man would remember. Fucking nat 20. So I'm just gonna do this bit. Let me have some fun.
Oh, fuck.
You pointing towards the fucking cat lieutenant. You went in. You committed the dark deed. You killed the Moogle. Jumps down like you can feel just an aura of power emanating from him.
How much
Monks,
anima is just leaking
Ether.
from this old
Like
man?
you
how
could
much
just
ether is just leaking
you
off of
you could
him?
next it's you actually you know what did you two give me like roll a d10?
Oh,
Just a
okay.
D10?
Yep, d10. Okay. Okay. Eloise, you are unaffected by this. Monks, you are kind of shaken and scared of the old man.
No, Nick. I'm sorry. Shayrock, you should have had us,
You can call me Nick. I've used my real name on
yeah,
stream.
whatever. Fair. I was gonna say, should have had them roll, like, will.
True, but no, there's a reason I had this.
Okay, fair.
Because I also just rolled it for the fucking lieutenant. The lieutenant's like on his knees. He grabs him by the head and he screams, "You will confess!" Basically, this old man is the scariest motherfucker you've all ever seen.
Huh. Wow.
As the lieutenant scared shitless. Give me perception rolls.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah,
21.
you both hear, and most of the other guards around him hear him by anima, and everyone's like, "Wait, what?" I'll be
Oh,
honest,
no, you don't.
I was gonna have like a whole greater mystery, but you know what? That's turning into a comedy routine now because you fucking gave the old man fucking 300 sugar pills.
Hearing that, Eloise, on reflex, just grabs him. And what was that you just said?
He spits at the ground. All I needed was the fucking bitch's soul, and then Anima would have been a step closer to its return. You all are still going to burn anyway.
Why would you do such a thing?
I needed to work
You live-
for my town anyway.
How long have you lived in this town and you kill the people that you worked under?
You hear him, you hear like a soft chuckle. You act like that this is something uncommon. We are everywhere. I have been trained for this since I was young. It doesn't matter where you go. Sword Coast, the Holy City, no matter where you go. We are everywhere. As he says it, you see something start glowing under his pauldron. Give me a reflex save. Okay, you managed to... No, just Eloise, since you're so a decent distance away. You managed to jump back and avoid it as he bursts into black flames.
Yuri.
And now I'm on fire, so fuck all of you. And he drops dead, his soul burnt away by the fire.
Bastard.
It smells gross.
You see a couple of the guards have ran back into the guardhouse and come out with a strange, what appears to be a book cover. You could see the cover is with arcane, just decorated in arcane seals.
Mm-hmm. Alois is just gonna use elemental orb to put the smoke out.
Yeah, the orb has no effect on the fire itself. It's just...
Yeah, no.
Give me a knowledge arcana check.
Figured the fire burnt out already.
Nah, the body's still burning. Give me a knowledge arcana check. Monx, you know nothing about this fire. Actually, you seem to... No,
Dirty 20.
Yeah, dirty 20. So, you know that this fire is a spell that is used by the anima cult to basically burn away the souls and feed them to anima whenever they get caught. That's why there's very little information on them.
Never one added to anima's pyre.
As they start going, the mages that go and comes walking up to you too, and the captain. thank you two for sorting out this whole mess.
It is our pleasure.
Only wish we could have done something sooner.
Although I will say this, if you were faster, you could have been figuring out some of the stuff. You could have saved at the very least, the captain.
Yeah, no, I feel like we did dawdle a little bit at the Moogle's store.
That's why I was rolling dice. Like, if you listened, you heard the dice rolling. It was I was determining when certain events were happening.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just tired. Work was a lot today.
No, that's
No,
fine.
no. You're completely fine. You're completely fine. There wouldn't really. The most would have happened is I would have given you a little bit of like some bonus stuff, maybe later down the line, but not for this campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He shakes both your hands. Thank you for clearing up this mess and for helping us solve everything.
If only we could have saved the captain of the guard.
It is unfortunate. We'll make sure he gets a proper burial, even if his body has been cursed by that blasted knife. He also...
Speaking of... Monx, you might want to turn that over.
We can use that knife for evidence to continue our research into the anima cult.
I happily hand that over. That's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Gingerly takes it and puts in... has another guard fetch a box and he puts it into it with the book. And he turns to the captain. Oh, I feel we have kept you here long enough. I'll have them lift the lockdown so you and your crew can set sail to deal with the problems elsewhere.
It is greatly appreciated.
You hear the captain perks up this. She looks at her crew, is like, and you just hear her shout, "Sober up, you fucking lazy scallywags! We're setting sail." Looks at the adventurers. Now, which of you are going to sober up and go kill that fucking dragon? You see a lot of them are just kind of nervously rubbing their arms, looking down. Hear one say, "Oh, I'd love to, but something came up and I need to go help bake a turtle."
Yeah,
Alois just like tilts his head. Huh?
Buddy, they got herbs for stuff like that. I can give you some. No need to go to a turtle.
And she looks at you two. Have you two got guts to go hunt a dragon?
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing I haven't been stuck here for as long as them.
She laughs. You hear her start laughing. I guess reality hasn't set in yet. I'll get on the ship before it does. And that she pushes you and her crew to the ship, ready to set sail to the Sword Coast. Now that we will call your session 0 there. I wanted to have a little bit of mystery with the murder. I kind of wanted to emphasize a little bit more on the magic, like investigation and magical side, and also using it to establish the cult of anima, which, you know, may or may not come up again. With that, you two are now on your way to the Sword Coast to go deal with the dragon that has been terrorizing the region. And as you reach there, I'm sure you'll meet some more friends to help you out on your journey.
Well,
I was rolling like absolute dog shit tonight.
No.
Your luck can't last forever.
Look, you two started with 3 nat 20s. I think it's fair.
Those were all Sean. I don't know.
Those were all me.
No. You had one because remember your first divination.
Yes, but that was not a nat 20. That was a dirty 20.
No. When I rolled it for you, it was the nat 20.
When he rolled, yeah.
Oh, I don't count that as my roll. That's a you roll.
True. But yeah, with that though, Alois and Monx, your session 0 has ended, and when we pick up with you two, you will be in the Sword Coast meeting everyone else.
Heck yeah.
Okay. welcome to your session 0. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, indeed. I am Casual Phoenix, and I am playing one Juniper Svelvik.
In today's session 0, we are going to be in a nice little forest village. Oh, pause.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, today we will be in this nice, quaint little village. As you are, would you actually like to introduce your character's profession?
Yes, indeed. My character, Miss Juniper, she is, first of all, a Viera, and second of all, she is a bounty hunter. Thief, of course. All about the money.
Okay, so we're going to be starting today where any good campaign should start in any way, shape, or form. In a tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh wait, I just realized that. Don't ignore that because I just realized I was in the map layer still. Just to be on the safe side, you mind moving around your character a little bit? I just want to make sure you do have control.
Yes, let me find it first.
I put her in the upper left.
In the upper left.
Okay, so you're currently in the tavern. You've just completed another job, and now you're trying to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
The owner of the tavern, who is... Oh, no. No, we'll switch now to in-character. Look. I don't care how much you say you deserve. This was how much the contract was worth.
Yeah, your contract was bullshit considering I had to go crawling through a slime-riddled cave to get your shit for you. I'm demanding a 10% increase. And I'm not leaving without it.
I didn't even write the contract. You want to complain about, take up with the person who did.
And who would that be? Because I'll happily drag you along with me. I mean, I'm sure since you got the contract from this person, you must be buddies. So you can happily discuss it amongst yourselves.
I'm not buddies with anyone who gives me contracts. They just hand me it and they put it up on the job board. I just am here to make sure people don't kill each other for the jobs.
Ugh.
If you want to take it up, it's the mayor of the town. You can argue with him about it.
Fine then. Am I at least getting paid the original amount?
Yes.
I'll negotiate my tip with him.
Yes, hold on a second. I'm gonna roll really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Side, which is d20 times 10. You're gonna get 200 gil for that. So I'm gonna let you start with a little bit more there.
Let me look on my things. Hold on. So many things. Gil should be somewhere. This is the sheet, DM. I don't know where the gil is. Oh, it's down here. Okay, I'm smart.
Organization. We are organized.
I'm not familiar with the sheet. I'm sorry. All right.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, as that gil just slunks on the table, she snatches it, counts to make sure it's all there. All right then. Thank you. She stands up from the table. I'll be back later tonight.
Okay, sure you will. So as you exit, you can hear the breeze up, like a nice, like summer breeze, and you feel a nice summer breeze, and you can hear various animals in the woods to the south.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear the rush of a couple adventurers all getting ready for something.
Interesting.
And you have your own goals to do today.
Yeah. I can check out whatever that's about later. I need my increase.
Okay, you've been in here long enough to know that you've been in. Well, you haven't been in town too long. You've been here long enough to know that when anyone needs to meet with the mayor, he's usually in this area across the little brook, towards the.
This one?
Not one down here.
Okay, the big house.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna be making my way through town then.
Yeah. As you're walking, you could see a couple people running around. Some saying goodbye to loved ones. A couple of them look grim-faced, like they don't, wherever they're going, they're planning not to come back.
Who are these people exactly?
They're just random. You haven't really taken the time to get to know them because you're just here. You've only been here for a couple days. And you've been mostly in a slime-riddled cave for your last bounty.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could just tell, though. You could get the atmosphere that most you can tell, they're not organized stuff to be soldiers. They all look like either adventurers or mercenaries.
I'm still making my way over to the mayor's place, but I would like to make my way closer to this crowd as I'm walking by.
Yeah.
Just to get a feel for.
As you walk by it, you can hear a couple people talking about biggest you hear a couple of. Actually, roll me perception.
That is in skills. Beep. 12.
Okay, so you could pick up little snippets. You hear some whispering among them. Like, the biggest bounty I've ever seen. So much money. But has anyone even been able to injure it? You can tell that it's definitely for a job with a huge payout. But you don't know, but it sounds risky at the same time.
Interesting. Make a note to check out the job board later. But yes, on her way. Better things to do than be canoodling with these townies. And here we are.
As you walk in, you can see a small. Come on, roll 20. Work with me. You can see a small group of people and all gathered around, all on chairs, a couple on stools, and you can see who is the town mayor, a big Rogadin man that. For most people, he towers over them, but as a Vieira, you're about the same height as him.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's funny because for a Vieira, I'm kind of short.
I forgot you chose to be a shorter Vieira.
Yeah.
But even with your ears come to the top of his head.
Yeah.
So as you walk in, you can kind of hear you can kind of tell like there's a serious atmosphere, and you can hear some arguing over finances.
That the mayor specifically is arguing about?
No, people are yelling at the mayor. They're yelling at each other, and the mayor's just kind of listening.
Alright. And do I know this man's name?
Fuck!
Barrowhort. Alright. Mm-hmm. Alright. Let me listen in for a hot second. Should I roll perception? Alright. Damn, are you serious? I rolled a 2. Well, 7, but Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is Mayor Bartok, you said? Did I immediately forget? I probably did. Oh, good job, me. Barathok, yes, thank you. She's gonna clear. Ooh, okay. She's gonna clear her throat and go, Mayor Barathok, I have. Mm, I need to discuss with you the payment for that slime cavern. And she has the bounty sign up in her hand. It is disgusting. She's just kind of like holding it with the tips of her fingernails. I need a raise. Does this problem have anything to do with no one being able to kill something? Yes, yes, unfortunately, I was busy clearing out that slime cavern problem you all were having. Hmm. Yeah, it's just kind of like sneering at him, dummy. Dragon? That's interesting. If you're looking at her face, you can very clearly see there's gears turning in her head. Where exactly is this contract? Hmm. Her ears just like prick up forward when she hears 3,000. Her face stays the same though, but her ears are very much a tell. That is interesting.
Sure, that might have been muted for a bit. Oh, freak. Yeah. He kind of sighs and looks at her. It's like, if you would like to take the job, you could sign in at the tent across the way. But you will be in charge. You will be in charge of your own equipment, items, and paying for your own spot on the caravan.
Just the glint in her eyes dies a little bit when she has to pay for her own spot, but
It is transport, and The town would normally do it, but much of the town's money is already this squabbling lot has already gone to fund other adventurers who, as I said, are probably not even going to go see the dragon, are going to turn around the first sign of danger and come home like little children. You kind of could hear the aggravation in his voice over like the basically a bunch of people being foolhardy.
I cut you a deal then. I still need my raise for this mess, and she just kind of like plops it down on the table in front of him, and it just plops with a wet slap. Disgusting looking. If you can sign that for me, I'll be back later for the increase.
You see the gears turning in his head for a little bit. Merchants, leave us for a bit. You see them all kind of stiffen up, get up, and run. And he looks at you and he's like, "So you wish to take up the dragon hunt job?"
I do indeed.
Unlike the rest of that lot out there who are doing it just for the glory of just saying they were on the hunt, you, I believe, will actually go for the head. So what if I cut you a deal to get you the raise now? Because make no mistake, caravan ride down to the Sword Coast is not cheap.
No, it is not.
It will cost you over 2,000 gil just to get a spot on the caravan. Yeah.
Not expecting that.
Yeah. If you can manage to convince some of the other more foolhardy adventurers that it's not worth their time, then that will free up some of the village's income, and we could consider the bonus being us covering your trip to the Sword Coast. That sound like a deal?
Think. Yes. And she's about to hold out her hand to shake his, but she stops for a minute. One moment.
You should go wash up first.
Quite. And where exactly am I finding these other adventurers outside of just alleyways in the town?
There's a whole crowd of them. You could convince them, maybe whisper in their ears, grease some pockets, threaten some, or just tell them of the dangers of a dragon, and that might be enough to break some of the weaker nerves out there.
Fine then.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay.
So, he's looking over again, like, as you're still covered, so I was like, you might want to wait, actually, on that. You might be able to use you yourself being covered in slime to scare off a few of the adventurers.
Well, I don't care for the mocking at my appearance, considering I did just do a job.
No mockery intended. I meant to scare them.
Alright, then. I'll scare off the little dumbasses.
Yeah, some of these people have barely fought off a wolf, let alone a dragon.
I've been in the bounty hunting business for years. This won't take long. And I am going to look for that crowd.
Well, when you last saw the crowd, you saw them gathering, like, walking down the street, but you kind of saw them all walking towards the area over here. Like, you could see the mass as you were walking by to the mayor's hut.
To where we are now, or across the way? You didn't ping.
Yeah, I pinged. It's across the way. Well, yeah. Over here was the that if you want to sign up.
I do, but let's go scare those kids off first. Yeah, she's on her way.
Okay, I'm just gonna drop a couple tokens.
pull her hair out of her ponytail, just really get herself all disheveled looking. Is this actually like a little fence here?
I think it's supposed to be like an area for horses. I'm not sure.
Well, no, I figured the thing around it.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of just ignoring it.
Oh, okay. So I figured she was just gonna jump over the fence and just crash on their party.
So you just use a couple of the old tokens I've got.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. You see, kind of like everyone's gathered in like 3 different groups.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a Moogle over like in this area, kind of coordinating everything.
All right. Let me listen in. What are these people going on about first?
Roll me perception.
Absolutely. Let me get a nice roll, please. Roll 20. Yes.
Okay, you hear you can kind of hear among the group. It's a group of like maybe 3 or 4. You can tell like they're not experienced adventurers. Like the equipment they're using looks either hand me down or brand new.
Uh-huh.
Clearly have never seen any form of combat.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah. And you kind of hear the 3 of them excitedly talking to each other. This is going to be great. We're going to go forward. We're going to go kill the dragon, make a name for ourselves, and we won't have to be stuck in this small town forever. We'll be known as the ones who killed the dragon.
Oh, you all are here for the dragon too? And I'm butting in.
A couple of them look confused, but one of them just excitedly looks at you and goes, "Yeah, we're gonna be the ones to kill it. You're looking at a future hero group here."
Ah, dang! And here I hoping that would be me. You know, I just got back from that slime cave. Do you remember that on the bounty sign? From what I heard, it's been there for a while, and it was a mess and a half to clear out that thing. Ugh. Oh, I still have slime all over me from that. Disgusting and ridiculous.
You can see
She's just making a real show of how dirty she is right here.
You can kind of see
off her gross hair.
You see. Give me 1 second.
We're being a little bit obnoxious, a little bit spicy. Don't worry about it.
Give me well, I can't say. Give me bluff with advantage.
Do I? Here's bluff. 1. All right.
Okay, so. Okay then. So you kind of see. You see a majority of them kind of look uneasy, especially the ones in like the new armor, and like a couple like there's like you can notice a mage among them looking at their very nice robes.
Mm-hmm. You said you guys were a hero group. How many bounties have you done before? I'm curious.
This will be our first one.
Damn. Now, isn't that a thing? Your very first bounty being a dragon?
You gotta go big if you want respect.
Yeah, go big or go home, right? I mean, that sure is a pretty big taking, don't you think?
I'm sure we can take it.
Oh, totally. And how exactly do you plan on doing that? Just pointing at the sword that he has?
Simple. It's simple. You just stab right in its heart.
Right. But have we forgotten about, everything that a dragon does to make sure you don't get to a dragon? The perilous mountains, the steep snow-capped hills, the treasure that, yes, while very tempting, is very well just a mimic in the skies ready to eat you along the way. And what about more slime-ridden caves, gesturing to herself, along with such other horrors that are in forests, mountains, up in the sky even. Ugh.
As you mentioned the slime-ridden caves, you can kind of see a couple of them starting to like discreetly start to back off while you're distracting the other adventurer. Like you could tell the others are like already looking for an excuse to back out. It's just this one guy now. May you roll me intimidate with advantage.
Uh-huh.
Mosey, you're getting advantage because of the way you sold it. Ooh. Oh god. Okay. I gave you advantage because like you can kind of see like with that like as it's realizing like the bravado's starting to fall and he's like, oh.
The guy's a little stupid.
He's a little stupid. Are you gonna like just question? Are you just gonna try to scare him off or like kind of push him to go small jobs? No balls.
Kind of get up in his business a little bit. Just say, "You sure you want to take on a dragon as your very first job? That's an awful lot to do, don't you think?" She's inching closer. Maybe it'd be a better idea to start with the small jobs first, sweetheart.
Maybe you're right. Come on, everyone, that you see them start walking off towards the tavern.
Have fun. Just waving.
Yeah.
One down. What do I hear over here in this group?
Give me perception!
Oh, hopefully. Please? Ah, come on.
You could, okay, the most you could tell is look at this group, you could see they're kind of smaller. Then you hear like a loud like roar and you could see one thing in all their hands. You could tell their bottles they are currently drinking.
Of course.
There's always one group like this.
Just gonna come over and kind of match the energy. Wow, hey, what are you all doing over here? You gonna go on a dragon?
As you walk up, you could tell looking at this group, this is a more hardened band. Like there's a very much of a like a not a military, but there's a uniform among them. Like they've been at this for a little bit. Well, they're not like veterans, but they're clearly an organized group of adventurers. It's like, yeah, but you guys know there are a couple of them are a little tipsy, but then a few of them are like, God.
They're blasted.
Yeah. Like if you get them to drink a little bit more, they're not even gonna make it to the Sword Coast. Yeah, one of the more drunk ones. We're gonna go kill the dragon. At the very least, we're going to make some coin.
Oh hell yeah! Make some coin. That sounds amazing. It's exactly what I'm doing here.
You hear a couple of the more drunk ones cheer to that and take a drink.
Absolutely.
It's a group of 6 of them. 2 of them, you know, as they finish their drinks, kind of just fall on their backs.
Oh no! 2 of your buddies fell.
One of the
that means more coin for you now, doesn't it? And she's just kind of like patting the one guy on the shoulder.
Roll me bluff.
All right, just base.
Just base. No advantage.
That 11.
You can tell he's a little tipsy, but he's kind of like that bit that's like very serious. They might be out, but they're still my brethren, my brothers in arms. We will all split the coin.
How noble. Oh my gosh, my heart bleeds. How sweet is that you're willing to share all that coin from one silly little dragon? Don't you know dragons have hordes and hordes of gold and treasures amongst your wildest imagination? You're really sure you want to split that amongst your buddies? I mean, sure, you say that now, but when you see it, you're really positive you'll still do that?
The effort's gonna take... I've seen other dragon hunts, but I've not taken part. I've seen the groups that succeed have been large.
Of course. By the way, I gotta know, what are you drinking there?
me a second. Actually, I gotta double check something. As you ask what they're drinking, say like, some good whiskey. It's from some group called themselves Fantasia. They've been at this for 30 years. It's some pretty strong stuff.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I can't resist some Fantasia.
Are you going to try to drink it?
Of course, I'll ask him. Mind if I take a sip?
Give me a...
I would like to not actually drink it. I'm gonna sleight of hand this.
Oh, okay. Give me sleight of hand.
Because I'm already, like, disgusting and wet from slime residue, so...
Give me sleight of hand. With advantage, because they're a little bit... A lot of them are blasted, and he's not exactly all there himself.
Yeah, she's saying, you mind if I take a sip? I did just get back from that whole slime cave thing, and it was such a mess.
He pours you a cup and hands it to you.
Thanks, sweetheart. 1. Ah!
Natural 20, okay. As
Bottoms up, and she's down to like a chip, but not
they,
really.
They all cheer as they drink of the 4 remaining. 3 go down. It's the one guy who gave you the drink, though. He is visibly affected by that shot.
Damn.
Like,
your friends must be lightweights.
And you say that, but we've been drinking all day, pretty much. Gotta steal the nerves for fighting a dragon.
Oh, of course. I know what you mean. Steal the nerves, right?
Give me perception really quick.
Yes, please. Let's see. Where? Here. Many words.
You could tell that if you could get him to drink one more time, he's probably gonna be out.
I gotta ask, though, why exactly are you fighting the dragon? Is it for glory, the coin, or maybe something else?
Both. We want to grow to be a large mercenary company. This way we can support ourselves and our families.
All your families? That's so sweet. How is your family? I gotta know. I mean, surely they know you've gone off to do such a big, dangerous mission, like slaying a dragon, right?
They are very aware. My family calls Limsa home. They're there waiting for us to come back with everything. With all the coin. He's starting to slur and lose his train of thought. What were we talking about again? Hey.
Again.
Cheers! I'll drink to that! And he's down. You see him just down the ball. Oh god, no. Okay. You see him just down it and he's just out. Okay, so you can see they're all basically they're just sleeping. They're sleeping that off. It's gonna be it's gonna be a nasty fucking hangover.
That's what you get for day drinking.
I mean, guy, you do. I kind of thought, like, what would be reasonable? Yes, drinking to steal the nerves.
Alright, and number 3. What can I hear from good old number 3 over here?
Give me perception.
Yes. Again?
Right. You hear nothing, but what you can tell, they're all just kind of standing apart from each other, not talking to each other, kind of all ignoring each other. The most you you can tell, like, these are just a bunch of, they don't have the camaraderie of the band of mercenaries, and they don't have, like, the eagerness of the new adventurers. They're just kind of indifferent. Though you see a couple of them looking like they're trying to find quarters.
Just walking up to them, a bit more subdued than the other group. Hey friends, how we doing? Getting all ready for a dragon hunt, am I right? How exciting.
You see the ones that acknowledge you are just staring at you, not saying anything.
I gotta say, I have been dying for this whole thing. I did just get back from that whole slime cave situation, and oof, I am a mess, but I gotta tell you, I need to get on that whole thing I need to get in on this. The coin, the riches, the horrors, they will be immense, but and she's gonna flip her slime disgusting hair. You gotta serve.
As you flip it, some of the slime flies off and hits. So there's 4 in this group, and you hit 2 of them, and you can see them visibly turn green and go running towards the river.
Oh, okay. I guess they weren't up for it, huh?
Either one near you says, "The weak shall be culled."
Oh, he's not. He's crazy, ain't he? Oh, indeed.
Give
of
me.
Course.
If you can give me a check really quick. The check I want is knowledge religion.
Religion.
Yep.
I have not a lot in that. Let's see.
Let's see what happens. There's a reason. Let's see. Okay. While you don't know the exact details, but you can tell he's definitely worshipping one of the darker gods.
Oh my gosh, are you all on a crusade?
We shall use its heart to bring about our Lord.
Why use the heart? You only need the head? Silly. She's gonna friendly smack him on the shoulder.
Give me another bluff check.
Alright.
Fuck.
Oh, very good.
I mean, granted, the way the other groups are, their session 0 was 3 nat 20s.
Yeah.
So, at this point. So, they look at you kind of with like a little bit of trust. It's like, for the ritual to work, we need the heart of one of the strongest beings. A dragon meets that.
Right. What do we know about this dragon, by the way? I haven't heard much.
The fact that it's a dragon is enough.
Is it really enough? Maybe it's a child, you know? Wouldn't it be a better idea to go after a much larger one? I mean, here I've heard that the real big dragons, they're not even on the Sword Coast.
Any dragon will do. All to bring about his return.
Right.
I really cannot sell the edginess for it just because I know I've decided what god they're gonna worship, and yeah, no, it kind of fits after some of the other stuff I've got planned.
Right. Tell me about this ritual of yours. I'm interested. I gotta say, you've moved me. Because
you now 20 the bluff, I'm just gonna roll with it. It'll bring back about our Dark Lord Anima. But you mustn't tell anyone.
Oh my gosh. Anima! And she's saying that really loudly.
You see a bunch of you see a couple of the town guards perk up and turn and look.
Oh my gosh, how interesting, Anima! Oh, I've read so many books about it.
Do you have a moment to talk with us? And they pull them away. So context, Anima.
Moments to talk about the Lord and Savior Anima.
Not to you. The guards are taking away the cultists disguised as adventurers.
Okay.
Okay, if you had scored higher in the knowledge of religion, you would have been able to figure out earlier their Anima. Anima is a dark god, usually associated with death.
Oh no, well, and good thing I don't know shit about that.
no. Like to give you an idea, okay, so that group has been hauled off to jail and be interrogated.
And 3 for 3. Alright. And this Moogle over here is just coordinating all of
that. Yeah, you can see the Moogle's kind of still just coordinating everything.
Alright.
Like, you don't know if he's preparing himself or the caravan itself. You just know he's coordinating everything, just by the way he's, like, floating around all the different groups.
Hey, question.
Yes?
I'm already over here, and all your little friends, seem to have got hauled off, scared, or got a bit too drunk for anything. Mind if I sign up here for this dragon hunt?
Do you have a sponsor? Or are you paying out of pocket?
The mayor.
He kind of looks at you with a little bit of you can tell he's like kind of confused, but he's like, and he's approved of this?
Oh, of course. Put me under a truth spell, I'll tell you the whole thing.
You see the Moogle pull out a piece of paper. Can you sign your name here?
Happily. Oh, do you mind if I get a pen dirty? I just got...
One of the Moogles cast water on you. So you're now soaked, but you're no longer covered in slime goo.
Hair out of her face. That works.
Give it 1 second. You see another one cast arrow. Quick blow dry. But your hair is now all over the place.
Alright. Just pulls that back up in the ponytail. Well, thank you. Yes.
That'll be 20 gil.
I'll make sure the mayor knows.
You might not want to... I'm not gonna lie. If a Moogle ever does anything, they will charge you. The Moogles are all merchant.
Of course, yeah. But this ain't on her dime.
Still...
Oh, no!
Never forget the Moogle mace.
Oh, no, that big dude in that caravan over there? Across the
Moogle,
little babbling brook? He is paying for all of this?
The Moogle still holds out the piece of paper. Can you mind signing this first?
Yes, she's signing.
Now say that again.
That the mayor is paying for all of this?
Moogle looks at her. Holy shit, you're telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like you might want to read papers before you sign it. Basically, he holds up the paper. It says that you will tell only the truth, otherwise you will be smited by Ramu. So because
how long is this going to last?
This conversation. Well, actually, that bit it was about the statement about the mayor. You see the contract disappears because the terms have been fulfilled, so the contract is gone.
Oh,
the Moogle looks around. Well, seems like you might be the only one going.
I can assure you I'm the one with the most experience in this town. Most likely, at least.
Well, I don't doubt that. It's still been terrorizing the villages in the Sword Coast for a while. Many of them have been destroyed, not to mention the other problems in that region. It'll be really hard for one person to do on their own.
I've heard, but I've dealt with big things before. It can't be too bad, right?
Well, if you're sure, we'll be heading out soon. Might as well pop a squat somewhere and just wait for us to finish up.
Absolutely. Will you be informing the mayor of this whole thing, or should I go and do that real quick? Or
you see him waving over one of the other Moogles who comes floating over. They say something in their Moogle language. A lot of Kupos. You don't understand entirely what's being said.
Mm-hmm. No, I do. I speak Moogle.
Oh wait, I forgot you speak Moogle. I forgot.
Yeah.
You chose Moogle.
I speak Moogle. Excuse you.
Yeah. Then you understand that he's telling him to go over and tell the mayor that the one he sponsored is here and that they're getting ready to head out soon.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to say...
Would you like to pass anything else on to the mayor, or are you going to go see him yourself about the other job?
Plus an extra 20 for a dry cleaning.
Moogle nods and floats off.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you want to ask the Moogle before you head out south?
How long will this journey take exactly? How many days?
Well, you don't need to worry about safety or food during it. That the caravan has... Well, we have more than enough now that the crowd's thinned a bit. Was that your doing, by the way?
Indeed, yes.
The Moogle gives a nod. To be honest, not one to question the people who hired me, but many of them were going to die.
Oh, yeah.
I also got a weird vibe off of that group that all looked like they were looking for a corner to stand in.
Oh, they got arrested. Don't worry about them.
Oh.
Some cultist nonsense.
That seems to be on the rise.
Mm.
I heard in a land out west that they killed the Duke's son.
Oh, seriously? Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Stopped travel from a whole other group that was trying to get to the Sword Coast. No idea they're still stuck there.
Shit happens, right?
Well, is there anything else you want to ask them, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked for the duration of this journey to the Sword Coast, as I do have a few letters I would like to send out. Packages, maybe.
Yeah. If you have any packages or letters to send out, any Moogle will be able to carry it out, as we also run the postal service.
I'm sure you'd be able to do that while traveling. But, no.
It's a Moogle secret. Out of character, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know how Moogle magic works, but they are the postal service in 14, and they are magic.
Magic, silly! Don't matter!
Yeah. But it's also a trade secret of the Moogles. You do not ask a Moogle how Moogle magic works.
Mm-hmm.
Or the Moogles will have to kill you.
Me.
Yeah. If any,
I don't know.
but if
Would
you have
she
any,
have to borrow a pen and paper, or would we say that she has one?
I would assume. I'm not gonna go nuts over pen and paper, and there'll be supplies in the caravan to write letters or anything.
Happily, she's gonna start drafting a letter to her mother. No return address, of course.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. Already comfy and situated in the caravan, she's drafting a letter to her mother about the latest bounty she is taking. She just got done a job in a slime cave. It was disgusting. Ugh.
As you're riding, you hear the Moogles shout, "Last call for the dragon hunt! Last call!"
Mm-hmm.
As the caravan starts to move.
Just taking a peek outside, there's no one, right?
There's no, all the group you scared off are all gone. The only person with you in the caravan is someone who's in charge of managing the horses.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
And he looks like, hey.
Hmm.
Were you caught trying to cross the border? And that's how we're ending it. I've made Skyrim references, I think, in both session 0's. Okay, that did not happen though. That did not. I'm not ending it on the goddamn.
I was about to say, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Okay. You have anything else you want to say in character, or am I good to stop recording?
She's just finishing the letter, and she is attaching the 200 gold she just got to this to send to her mom.
Okay.
Saying, I know it's not much, but don't worry. Once this new thing is done, we'll be set. And I am going to take that 200 out of my inventory.
Okay. And with that, you're on your way south to the Sword Coast.
Mm-hmm.
So, and with the end of that session, we have one coming from the south. We have two coming from the east. No, not the east, the west. We have two other directions to follow. Okay, there we go. Would you like to introduce your character?
Hello there. My name is Stillara Koklar. At least that's my character's name. My little handle at the bottom, as you can see, is SugarM18. I am a Taru with the deity Carbuncle.
I forgot you chose Carbuncle as your deity. Yeah. So
yes, I am a small person who basically has the mentality of, you know what, let's party. I am also a cleric.
For context, this in terms of cleric, you are a white mage because remember,
Yes.
there's an actual
I am
cleric.
a white mage.
Yeah. There's an actual cleric class that's like the combat class.
First time playing with this system, everybody.
It's the first time we've all been playing with it. It's my first time running it.
Well, you'll do good.
I think I've been doing pretty decent, especially for a lot of like on the fly ad lib scenarios. But with that, let us start. As you are currently traveling, seeing where you can practicing your magics for healing and just find whatever mischief you can. You find yourself in another village, like many of the ones you've been in so many times before. You see people going about their business. You see some selling their wares, some farming. But you also get sense an air of almost tension. Like there's a thick air of fear around the town.
That's not very good. She just tries. Can I try to go to like a local shopkeeper or whoever is kind of out in the open and just kind of wave to see what their reaction's like?
Sure. There you can see a couple stalls right where I just pinged. You can see a couple people selling fruit, a couple people selling like some materials for clothing, a couple selling items that are somewhat basic magic components. And you say you're gonna wave one down?
Yeah, I'm just gonna I see somebody who might make eye contact with me quick, and I'll just give a slight wave, just like a friendly greeting.
As you're waving, I am assuming you're also like jumping a little bit, since some of these stalls are a bit taller than you.
Yes.
He looks down at you. He could tell the merchant looks down. You could tell by your ears that you are a Tataru and not a small child. He looks at you and say, "Huh, we don't get many of you around here. Most are usually held up in the academy studying. What brings you to our little town?"
Well, just wanted to travel a little bit, see the lands and all of that. Just have a little bit of fun in my age.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna find a lot of people to have fun with around here.
Why is the case? Surely there's like a bar or a tavern or somewhere.
Yes, but there's plenty of places for drink to be had, but you might not find people willing to have fun or be merry.
Why is that?
I'm sure you can tell. I'm sure you can kind of tell the tension in the air.
Yeah, oh, that was pretty palpable. You could cut that with a knife.
Oh, some of the guards and some of the local adventurers went north. There's apparently some issue at the Sword Coast going on. Many came back injured.
Oh, jeez. Do you know where they are?
Oh, they're over with some of the apothecaries in a building up north. He could kind of he takes a little bit of a glance at both your robes and your staff. What form of magic do you practice? Context out of character for you. Your class of magic would count as the School of White Magic.
Okay. School of White Magic.
Ooh, a healer. The apothecaries might actually welcome your aid. You can find them in a town up. You can find them in a building. He points towards like the gate you could see above you on your map.
Mm-hmm.
He points over there. If you ask one of the guards, they could point you there, and they might be able to help them a little bit. Yeah, you could get some more. They could tell you more about what's going on up there.
That sounds like a good idea. Thank you very much. And she does a little bow, shake his hand, and makes on her way.
Okay. I'll move your character token up for you. Okay, so as you approach the gate, one of the guard watches you walking in, just making note, doing his duty as, a gate guard, taking note of who enters the main area of the town and everything. Just keeping an eye out for any trouble.
I flag one down and says, "Hi, I come from the school of white magic."
You could just say you're a traveling white mage.
Oh, I'm a traveling white mage. Do you have anyone that needs healing?
There's plenty of injured right now. He points towards this building down the way. Mm-hmm. Go ask the doctors. They'll be able, the apothecaries, they'll be able to give you more information.
Alrighty, and I head in that direction.
Hold on a second. Give me a second. Okay, so as you walk, you could see, as you're walking towards the building, you could give me a perception roll.
$10.
Okay, well, it's kind of obvious. So yeah, no, you see a bunch of people running around with like various pieces of cloth. Some clean, some you can see are stained crimson. Like they've clearly been used to treat wounds. You see many running around with buckets of like hot water. Others running around with various bottles of medicine. There's a lot of people running in and out of this building. And it is clearly like there's a lot going on. Are you going to actually go inside?
Yeah.
As you enter, you can like, as you enter, you're just like bombarded by the smell of best way to describe it is just iron. Like you could smell like there's a lot of injured people in here. You see all various forms of bandages and many injured. You see the doctors running around, and you see one kind of coordinating everything in the back of the room, guiding the other, pointing to it, telling people who they're going to go treat.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna look for. The doctor.
The one in charge?
Yep.
As you walk up, you hear him talking to another set of apothecaries. Okay, this one's gonna need new bandages. You're gonna need some painkillers for the one in cot 5. He kind of glances and notices you, but you can see he's also still distracted, like listing off various medical terms and herbs and medicine for the different patients. Mm-hmm. And gets everyone on their way. He looks at you. Can I help you? Because we kind of have our hands full right here.
I'm a traveling white mage. I heard there was some injured people.
There's some. He looks. How competent in your spellcraft are you?
Pretty good.
Then hopefully you can help some of the more injured people. There's some who are just beyond standard medicine. He leads you to some of the more injured people. Can you give me a second? Can you give me a knowledge? Well, actually, no. Yeah, can you give me a knowledge nature check?
Ooh.
Okay.
6.
Yeah, I know. I remember that. Don't worry. But so while you don't know the exact manner of beast that caused the injuries, you could tell like whatever it was, it had very big teeth and claws. Yeah. He looks at you. They received some of the more severe injuries. While we can mitigate some of the pain, your magic will help them quite possibly make the difference and help them make it through. Hopefully together both our arts together can save them.
Well, I hope so too.
Yeah.
And I kind of start to. I roll my sleeves up, get to work, and I start casting Cure on as many as I can.
Okay, give me a second. Can you just roll me a standard D20? Like, no specific rolls here. I'm not gonna, like, cost you MP for all this. And, like, between casts, they're gonna give you, like, ethers and everything.
Ooh, 18.
Okay, let's see. Okay. So there were 5 severely injured people. You don't know how you've healed them to the best of your ability, and hopefully with the doctor's help, most of them will make it through with their lives, though they will be suffering very severe injuries. You can see that there's a couple of, like, some of them not as severely injured, but like their arms are in slings and they're kind of like tucked away in the back. Some are trying to help where they can despite their injuries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see if I can try and help them too with the slings.
Okay. So you're gonna walk up to one?
Yeah.
He looks at you, he's like, he looks at you, he kind of recognizes you can see he kind of recognizes your outfit and your staff. He looks at you, he's like, are you a white mage?
I am.
Have you been helping the others around here?
I've been helping pretty much anyone that I can.
Well, you could help elsewhere. Some of the other people have suffered way more injuries at the hands of that beast than me.
What exactly is the beast we're talking about? Because from the injuries, it looks like you all got mauled by a large animal with a lot of claws.
It's not far off. There's been a dragon terrorizing the Sword Coast up north.
A dragon?
Yeah, it's just been terrorizing everyone up there. It hit us before we even made it. It hit us on the trail and just wiped us out in an instant.
That's been one pretty powerful dragon.
It caught us when our guards were down. Many of us weren't even wearing our armor or armed. We were just lucky.
My condolences for those who have fallen.
I hear they're trying to get another group to go up north, but no one wants to go. Especially since we were some of the best in the village. At that, he kind of just sighs and you see him go to start helping treat another patient.
Before he does that, I'm gonna go, hey, do you know where exactly this meetup is?
They're supposedly meeting at the tavern.
Tavern. Okay.
You can find just a big building just across the bridge outside of town.
Booze and an adventure. Sounds lovely.
They say everyone meets at a tavern at one point in their lives.
She goes to refute it, but then like she kind of does that thing where like she puts up a finger and puts it down, tries to put it up again, but puts it back down.
We've all done it.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
So I assume you're gonna help. We'll assume you help as much as you can till like nightfall.
Yep.
Okay. You helped where you could. Most of it was still being done by the doctors, but you helped at least use some of your magic to help with seal some of the wounds and treat some of the others. Because while your magic can offer treatment, it is still not infallible. There are limits to how far white magic can go.
Okay.
For example, you cannot bring back the dead.
I figured as such.
There is a raise spell, but it has restrictions and limitations. Well, I just wanted to set that as a precedent.
Okay.
Yeah. So I assume you're going to go to the tavern, or do you want to walk around see the nightlife before you go to the tavern?
I think I'm gonna go to the tavern.
Okay.
After healing so many people, a nice stiff drink sounds nice.
Okay.
My goodness, the more I keep thinking about this, the more like, am I gonna go into nurse territory with the attitude I have?
Maybe?
Am I gonna be like one of those? Am I gonna be like one of those stereotypical nurses that like I see people make fun of all the time? Of like, they come home, they're exhausted, and are like, I am doing nothing but relaxing and drinking.
It's not far off from like the standard, some of the standard healers. To quote, I think it's One Shot. If any of you go down, I am not healing any of you. No, you know what? The ultimate cure for anything, as has been brought up by our other player, alcohol or alcoholic.
Sherlock alcoholic.
So as you walk into the tavern, you kind of feel a little bit more of an upbeat atmosphere. Like there's people drinking. There's some like they're kind of being like, I wouldn't say like they're partying or anything, but like they're kind of being rowdy. It's not a big group, but it's a decently sized group. You can see the bartender still pouring drinks for other people, even using some ice magic to cool some of the drinks down. And to chill some of them.
Yeah, I go up to the bar and wait for the bartender to make eye contact with me.
He looks at you. Oh, it's Ataru. You don't see me.
One drink, please.
God, okay. Out of character, I am so tempted to say, we don't have any drinks, only drugs. Just to quote Machina Bridge. What kind of drink do you want? We got plenty. For context, okay. I'm gonna ask. If you just give me like a type, like wine, beer, or something like that, I can work with it.
Cider.
What fruit? Apple?
Apple, yes.
Apple cider, got it. Okay. One apple cider coming out. You want it chilled?
Yes, please.
You see him cast a slight bit of blizzard to create a little bit of like a little bit of ice in it just to chill it a little bit, but thanks to it being blizzard, it's not just gonna like defrost and ruin your drink. He hands it to you. Before he hands it to you, are you joining the adventuring party over there?
I look to where he's pointing and I go, yep, that's what I plan to do, but a little bit of liquid courage doesn't help. Or it does help. It does help.
That it does. If you're going to go hunt that beast, all drinks are on the house tonight.
Can I get 3 more?
You're an ambitious little one. I like that. He gives you, instead of giving you like a normal sized glass, he gives you a pint.
Oh, thank you.
As you go, you hear in the background, you hear them all scream collectively, "I'll drink to that!" Oh my god, I just accidentally recreated Lord of the Rings. There's a scene where one of the hobbits comes with a pint and they like have their minds fucking blown. You now have your pint of chilled apple cider. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna down a little bit of it and take the rest over to the adventuring party table.
You see various people. You see a couple mages, a couple people with swords, a couple lances. You even see a few guns among them. And they're all being loud and rambunctious. Basically, they're celebrating like there is no tomorrow. They look, you sit down with your pint, and they all you hear them all collectively cheer. Now that's a brave one there.
Yay, Harry, indeed! And she chugs a little bit more.
Okay. So they look at you, a couple of them ventures looking. So you're gonna be joining us on this hunt for the dragon?
I would like to, yes.
It's brave of you. I hear there's adventurers coming from all over. Some from the north, and I heard a ship is sailing from the east.
Well, I can make some new friends before we go on the adventure then.
It's probably gonna take a lot of people to take this thing down. No one knows. You see one of the more scholarly looking mages and kind of rubbing their chin, going, and it makes you wonder, why would a dragon come to this region? They're normally up far north. It's odd for one of them to be flying in this area, let alone to just be attacking people.
Maybe he got bored?
You hear one of the people you could see just a massive broadaxe on this like large woman's back laugh at that. If it got bored, it chose a very poor way to kill time, since now everyone and their mother's gunning for that. There's apparently a 3,000 gold bounty for the group that kills it. A 3,000 gil bounty for the group that kills it.
That is a lot of gold.
Gil.
It's a lot of gil.
So we all got into the habit too with these. We're all used to saying gold.
Can't wait for that running joke.
Oh, it's gonna happen all the time. Can you imagine the amount of drink you could buy with that much?
She just imagines like an endless beer tap. Or just like an endless amount of like fruit just falling from the sky.
It will be raining alcohol. One of the other mages, you can kind of tell, not as like scholarly as the one who talked earlier. Like this one seems to be more well traveled and seems to be kind of like a jack of all trades. He looks at you and he kind of looks you up and down. He's like, you'd be good to have around. I'm assuming white mage?
Yes, I am. What are you?
I practice the School of Red. While I can heal, you're more focused. You'd be a welcome addition to any adventuring party up there.
Aw, Oh, thank you. You flatter me too much.
Only if you decide to buy me more drinks.
I mean, the guy did say it was on the house for any people going after the dragon.
Shh, you don't need to worry about that. You hear the woman with the large axe laugh again. Cheers! And then just starts to down more of her drink. Like, just bottoms up. You have anything else you want to say to them, or anything like more to have fun there?
Nope, I am just...
Yeah, because like if you want to ask any questions about the setting or maybe get some hints for what you'll be dealing with, you can ask them anything. Though certain questions I will have you roll. It is completely up to you because this is a traveling group.
I think for now, I would just like to party and have fun with them.
Fair enough. So you're going to be spending the night with this group of adventurers. You're all gonna have a merry time drinking. You feel a sense of camaraderie with them, and you just find it to be an enjoyable way to pass the night instead of just being alone in the tavern drinking. You do not feel as worried to be going to hunt a dragon.
Nervous, but also, if I'm doing this, I'm going out with a bang.
You hear all of them raise their glasses. We all will go out with a bang. Bottoms up, they all down their drink again. Most of them very visibly drunk at this point.
She's not getting that drunk.
Not you, I'm just saying the other adventurers.
I know, but she's just looking at the rowdiness as like, okay, someone's got to be the designated driver in this situation, and she's just like...
Oh, let's be honest, there isn't really a designated driver here. It is... They know they're possibly going to die. They are going to have fun.
Yes, but, know,
yeah.
Might as well make sure you don't kill each other before you kill the dragon or get killed yourself.
As the woman with the large axe downs her drink again, she slams the tankard down. Okay, who wants to arm wrestle? And on that, is there anything else you want to do with the night? I don't mind keeping up this roleplay. I'm having fun.
Well, I guess I could test her out.
Okay, so you want to challenge the woman with the axe to arm wrestle?
Yes.
Give me a D20 roll, and I'm gonna roll my metal D20 to see what I get.
Oh, 13.
Okay. Ooh. $14.
Dang it.
So, as you walk up to her and you grab her arm, and she laughs a little bit. It's like, let's see how much strength you got in those little arms. And as you two start going at desperately trying, after a long, hard battle, she barely ekes out a win. As she wins and she lets go of your hand. Damn, who knew you had so much power in those little arms? You might be able to just wrestle the dragon at this point. Is there anything else, or do you want me just to fade to black at this point?
Fade to black.
Okay. As you spend the rest of the night drinking and being merry, the night ends all too soon. As next thing you notice, it is dawn, and a Moogle comes floating in. Call for the caravan north to hunt the dragon. If you're going on the hunt, up and at 'em! Get on board! This dragon's not gonna kill itself. You see all the people who you were partying with all get up. Despite all the drinking the night before, you notice that they almost like they all immediately sobered up at that and have all put on a more serious face. All mentally prepared for anything that could happen. They will not be caught off guard by this dragon. Do you have any closing words you want to say for your session 0? Like any inner monologue?
Well, it did start traveling.
Did you come up and get my tablet?
I did accept the fact that one day I was gonna die. If I'm gonna die during this, might as well do it protecting people. At least I have ale in order to keep the taste of it in my mouth as I die. And that is it.
With that, as another session come to a close, you will be riding with the caravan up north to arrive in the same town as a ship from the east and a caravan from the north. With that, we have one more adventure to cover. Okay, we're good to go. Would you like to introduce yourself for our final session 0?
Hello, I am the Lich of Head Pets. My character is Valk, the Fire Goblin.
Disclaimer, this is going to be probably the shortest of all the session 0s. You're going to see why. So, as we open, we are in the Goblin Village under the mountains. In terms of geometry, you are to the east of the Sword Coast. So, it's the east where we're going... So, we are currently in the Goblin Village, though. And you are currently surrounded by many, many angry goblins. Some have like burn marks and are singed. One's headpiece on fire still. And the chief is in front of you, looking very, very angry. So, Valk, you have anything to say to defend yourself?
I am spreading the good name of Flames. It was occupational hazard.
There was no reason to set anything on fire. It was an empty tunnel. You just shot fire.
Well, we needed light, and never know what could be in the dark.
That doesn't mean you shoot fire!
But why not?
Because you hurt other gobbos!
They'll walk it off.
The one whose head is still on fire. I lost my luscious mane of hair.
I will lick my fingers and put the fire out on his head.
He looks very angry.
I'm sure it'll go back even stronger, like a forest burning down. It'll go back twice as luscious and twice as beautiful.
I pat him on the back.
The chief just lets out a large sigh of exasperation. Valk, this is not first time you throw fire for no reason. First, you set the food stores on fire.
Yes, I thought I saw a mouse.
Then you set the blacksmith's hut on fire.
He said he needed his forge relit. I carried a little overboard.
Then you set the winery on fire.
The wine was too good. Got a little excited.
As per Gabo tradition, You are to be banished from village. And to be stripped of name of Gabo.
Is there anything I can do to make up for my perceived transgressions?
Only one who would know that is Elder Gabo. As he says it, he kind of moves aside and just like a very elderly Gabo. He kind of looks exactly the same as every other goblin, but he's just got a long beard that you can tell. Give me perception, actually. Give me perception for this.
Let me just
At some point we will talk about your stat. You see that it is a majestically long beard and that it is completely real and there is nothing wrong with it.
I fall down to one knee. I put my hands up towards him. I beseech ye, Elder Gabo, what may I do to be allowed back into the village?
The Elder Gabo strokes his majestic beard, deep in thought. Per old traditions, the only way to return to Gabo village, when banished, is to kill great beast of sky.
I nod repeatedly. Okay, owner of majestic beard, I will go slay Sky Lizard, and I shall return victorious.
Do you even... The other goblins laugh. Do you even know where to find mighty Sky Lizard?
Think about it. Can I roll intelligence?
Yes. Actually, I don't think they do those kind of checks here.
Well, okay,
Yeah. So give me a knowledge nature roll.
21.
Okay. You know that dragons are not very native to this region. Like, that there has not been a dragon in this region for many years. But you do know that there are some further like sometimes if there are some where you can find tales from merchants in the mountains about dragons to the far north, or sometimes elsewhere if they decide to migrate. But you do give me knowledge local.
No, I keep reclosing this.
You might as well keep it open.
I'm going to. 20.
Okay, you know that the best way to find the location of the Sky Lizard would be to ask a traveling merchant who they tend to be on the roads outside the village.
Can I roll knowledge geography to like, know generally where I should look?
You wouldn't need to because you know they'd be on the roads outside your village.
No, I meant the dragon.
No, because I gave that to you with nature. You know they're usually to the far north. Way out of the range for Gabo to go to for hunt. Okay, so, are you going to say anything to the Gabos before they kick you out?
I stand tall, proud fire Gabo. I look to them. I shall bring glory to myself and the clan by slaying Big Sky Lizard before proudly, nobly walking off outside the village. They will not throw me out. I shall walk off on my own free will.
I'm gonna roll something really quick.
If they try to pursue and try to throw me out, I walk slightly faster.
You trip on a rock.
Can I roll dex?
Give me dex. That should be a reflex save.
Okay, that's what I meant. No, I'm but a wee lad. I know my, what's it called, things.
Well, yeah, we both played Wrath of the Righteous.
No, I'm just used to my, what's it called? I'm used to 5e, so I'm used to dex save.
Yeah.
9.
You beat mine, so I'll give it to you. You stumble. You don't actually fall. Though it is very noticeable. You just barely beat my roll.
I look at my shoe. I look like them. I had Valk had rocking shoe. For nodding a few times quickly and speed walking off.
Okay, now give me knowledge geography.
Sure. I have points in this skill.
Oh yeah, you're fucking...
I rolled a 6.
Okay, you spend a little bit of time in the caves, but you know exactly how to get out. you know the paths in the caves well enough to know how to get outside of the caves.
Okay.
So as you walk, I'm just going to use the same map here. But as you walk out into the sunlight for the first time, it takes a moment for your eyes to adjust. So you're just momentarily blinded by the majesty of the sun. Not used to it being inside the caves almost your entire life.
I use the brim of my hat to cover my eyes.
It is still very hard to look around you. So any perception checks are going to be with
I scarcely have eyes.
For now, you gotta adjust for a little bit.
No, I'm saying my perception check wise, I scarcely have eyes.
True, no, yeah, your perception's garbage.
Whether or not I'm slightly blind from the sun doesn't matter. I'm not succeeding on perception.
Right, you have a -2 in perception. What the fuck?
Yeah. Merely a 7 earlier was a miracle. That was a 9.
Oh god, this is gonna be so fun.
I'm smart. I can't see.
As you pull the brim of your hat over your eyes, you can hear like the wheels of a car come by. And you hear a man go, "Hello, little goblin. What are you doing outside your cave?"
I kind of try to look up at him. I'm looking for a big sky lizard.
Big sky lizard?
I wave my hands up like, big sky lizard. Breathes fire. Very tasty.
I don't know. Do you mean a dragon?
I think about it. Do I mean a dragon?
What
should I roll for this?
Roll if you think he means dragon.
What do I roll?
Flip a coin. Give me a D2.
Should I roll? I think that'll be nature, right?
No, because here's the thing. This is not so much a nature check. This is a goblin knowledge check.
Would I know that?
You're either gonna think it's a dragon or you think it's gonna be a giant salamander.
There's a difference.
Yes, now just roll a D2.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, if you type / roll a D2, 1D2. Click clack.
It's 1. Big salamander it is.
Well, no, I flipped a coin on my end to decide which is which. You are a lucky son of a bitch right now.
Oh, we're good then.
You do think he means dragon.
I think about it. I kind of nodded myself a few times.
Well, I don't know about a fire-breathing dragon, but there has been a dragon terrorizing the Sword Coast apparently adventurers from all over are going to hunt down this dragon.
Is big? Is strong?
It's already wiped out a lot of adventurers and guards from the south.
Perfect. Which way?
If you want to go and head to fight the dragon, I'm on my way to the Sword Coast myself to bring some supplies.
Valk would appreciate a ride.
If you're willing to help me cook food,
I nod a few times. I can produce flame to help you cook.
he gives you a nod. He kind of gets it because he's one of the merchants who has dealt with goblins before. And he welcomes you on board. So, though it is odd to see one of you going to hunt a dragon.
I think we could challenge for my magic.
Okay. I guess even goblins need to prove themselves.
I am proving to stupid clan that fire reigns above all.
You sound like a worshiper of Ifrit.
Who?
He's one of the... He's a lord of fire in these lands.
I nod.
Sometimes they depict him as a big, large creature surrounded by fire. Other times as an elven king, still surrounded in fire. Other times he's like an anorexic lizard with fire.
Sounds smart. Fire good.
Are you going to become a worshiper of Ifrit?
Entirely possible.
That was out of character, but you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it.
I just want to send voice.
Yeah. So I said yours was the short. That's really all I had for your session 0. I said yours was the shortest I had planned, just because
I am Fire Gobbo.
you're Fire Gobbo. There was nothing I could really work with there outside of like your banished.
There doesn't need to be very much. I am Fire Gobbo. I'm going to die in 10 seconds.
Okay. Full transparency now. Since we're still recording, this character is built stupid.
I have a modifier of 1 in my constitution. My highest saving throw is reflex. I have 7 HP.
But with that, oh god, Fire Gobbo is quite possibly going to be, despite having like the simplest of characters. To be honest, I think the simplest of characters sometimes are the most fun.
Yes, this card is meant to be fun, not complicated.
Yeah. But you know what, Grant? It's. I don't know if you're going to be joining for the other stuff I have planned with this system. But with that, though, I think that's a good place to call your session 0.
Yeah, fair enough.